Okay, predictions for the July 14th episode of Monday Night Raw. I'm going to start with Gunther. I think that there is going to be a match announced on this episode and match happening on this episode to determine Gunther's opponent at SummerSlam. I say this because John Cena versus Cody Rhodes has already been confirmed after Cody Rhodes won the King of the Ring tournament. So they are facing off for the world title at SummerSlam. So that means Gunther doesn't have an opponent for SummerSlam. And since Saturday night's main event is only a few weeks before SummerSlam, they're going to have to kind of fast track the build and whatever they're doing. And since it's a 2-day event, SummerSlam, I expect Gunther to be on this card. So I'm going to start by saying there's going to be some sort of match on this episode of Raw that determines Gunther's opponent at SummerSlam for the title. I'm recording this before Saturday night's main event, but I'm pretty confident that Gunther is not going to lose the belt here. It would be absolutely shocking to see him lose the belt to an old Goldberg. Okay, so to go along with my Gunther prediction, as I said, there's going to be a match to determine his opponent at SummerSlam. My prediction is that Seth Rollins is going to win that match, and it's going to be Seth Rollins versus Gunther at SummerSlam for the title. I think it just makes sense based on where Seth is on the card and his faction. I think him going to the world title picture makes sense. And really, I'm saying this because I do think Roman Reigns is going to be returning, and I could see him showing up at SummerSlam and costing Seth the match, and ultimately setting up a Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns feud for the next several months. That could make sense. Or CM Punk could show up and cost Seth Rollins the match. So either way, they kind of have some outs. So I think they're going to do Seth Rollins versus Gunther at SummerSlam, and then Gunther's going to retain with somebody kind of costing Seth the match. So that's my pick. Okay, so for my last prediction here, I am going to predict that Nikki Bella sticks around after Evolution and ends up taking part on this episode of Raw and ends up wrestling on this episode. I'm going to say that Nikki and Rhea Ripley will face off and defeat Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez on this episode. I'm kind of saying this because there was a rumor that WWE was setting up Rhea and Nikki versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for the Evolution pay-per-view. Obviously, when Liv Morgan got injured, that kind of scrapped all their plans, so they pivoted. And as we're seeing now, Nikki Bella is in the Battle Royal at Evolution instead of in a tag team match. So I think they're just going to do the tag team match on this episode of Raw. I could see Nikki and Rhea facing off and ultimately beating Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez in a fun little tag team match. I'm not sure if Nikki's going to stick around or if this is going to be her final match for a while or what, but yeah, I could see her sticking around for one more match here, just a little fun tag team match for the episode. And yeah, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think is going to happen on this episode of Raw, and please subscribe to this channel to support us. Every subscription matters. Thanks a lot.